Hey everyone, Chang here and welcome to my channel. Now for today's video, first and foremost, I am hoping that it's not as dark as it seems in the camera. I've changed the setting a little, forgot how to change it back. So that's on me, I'll figure it out. Now, the second thing is I want to introduce you guys to a rule. Now a lot of us have gone through a period, if not going through it now, where we spend way too much time studying and afterwards realizing that we actually don't remember or learn that much, and most of the times it encompasses several hours, 4, 6, maybe 8 hours, and maybe even all-nighters, hoping that we can accomplish more than we set out to, but never really working. Now, this rule will change the dynamic of how you study completely. You will be more efficient, you will have so much more time to do other things, and still be as effective as if you were dedicating 6, 7, 8 hours. So, here's the way it works. It's called the PP rule. Fairly simple, easy to remember. There's two components to it. The first one is Parkinson's Law. Now, Parkinson's Law is the idea that for any given task, when you give it a specific time interval, for some reason that task takes up the whole time interval. Now, there's good and bad of it. The not so great of it is, well, many of us have encountered it. We have a meeting. They maybe have very little agenda, maybe 2, 3 key bullet points that they really want to go over. But when they say that that meeting is going to take 2 hours, for some reason that meeting always ends up taking the full 2 hours. Now, that's negative. The good part of Parkinson's Law, maybe good, not so much for your health. But for those of you guys who have pulled all-nighters, especially when you're cramming and trying to crank out an essay, right? When you pull an all-nighter, probably 6, 8 hours, 10 hours in the middle of the night, trying to write that essay, most of the time you will finish and complete that essay. And it usually doesn't turn out too bad. Now, with that time crunch, all of a sudden a paper that probably should have taken you 3, maybe 4 weeks, just only took you several hours. That's the good use of Parkinson's Law, and that's what we want to focus on. Now, the second part is the Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is fairly simple. The classic model is that you're going to have 25 minutes of intense focus. So in this case, intense studying. After that, you have 10 to 15 minute break where you're going to do something completely different that has nothing to do with what you're studying or the topic itself. So for example, if you're studying math for like 25 minutes, the 10 to 15 minute break, go play video games, go read a book, go take a walk, go exercise, do something that's just completely different than what you were originally doing. Now, for me, I found the Pomodoro Technique maybe can be stretched to about 35, 45 minutes, which works best for me, right? You guys should play around to see what is the time interval that works best for you. Now, here's the thing. When you combine these two, all of a sudden you have a wonderful studying approach, right? You know that whatever task is going to take the full amount of time. So if you can shrink that amount of time and be more focused, all of a sudden you are a lot more efficient. Using the Pomodoro Technique, the idea that you only can focus for a specific amount of time before your mind starts to wander. You lose focus, and afterwards the time invested past that specific point is a bad return of investment, right? You can actually create just a half an hour to about an hour of studying time that is so much more effective, so much more efficient than these 6, 7, 8 hours all-nighter that you normally would use to study. So, here's the thing. Combining these two, using the PP rule, designate 25, 35, or 45 minutes of intense focus. This could be practice problem. This could be going over proofs. This could be reading your notes. It doesn't matter. You have to be completely focused, 100% on studying, learning, retaining the material. After that 10 to 15 minute break, do something completely different. You will retain so much more in that small amount of time, and the rest of the time is returned to you. Do whatever you want. Enjoy a hobby. Read a book. Doesn't matter, right? This is so much more efficient, so much more effective, and I'm hoping that just by trying it out, that it will change your life, or at least just change the way you study. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. Don't want it to take the whole time period. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.